Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into something really cool. How brand new AI is taking on one of the oldest, most stubborn problems in farming. We're talking about an AI-powered farming assistant that literally fits right in your pocket. All right, let's get into it.
So, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll talk about the problem itself, a challenge farmers have been up against for, well, forever. Then, we'll introduce the solution, this app called WeedWise. We'll get into how it actually works, check out the smarts it gives farmers, see how it's going global, and then we'll take a little peek into what's next for farming.
All right, let's set the stage. Farmers, and I mean all farmers, from tiny family plots to huge operations, they are in a constant, quiet battle. A battle against a threat that's always there, working against our global food supply. So let me ask you this. What's the one thing that costs farmers billions of dollars every single year? What's out there competing with our food for sun, for water, for nutrients, and really threatening the whole system? The answer? It's almost ridiculously simple. Weeds. Just weeds. But don't let that fool you. They are one of the most constant, most expensive, and most complicated problems in all of agriculture. A massive, massive headache for farmers everywhere.
Okay, but what if you could arm every single farmer with a powerful new tool for this ancient battle? Well, this is where today's tech comes into play, putting a digital agricultural expert right in the palm of their hands.
And here it is. It's called WeedWise. Basically, it's a mobile app that uses AI to instantly tell you what weed you're looking at and, more importantly, what to do about it. You can think of it like having a personal agronomist, a top-tier crop and soil expert, on call 24/7.
And this comparison just shows what a huge leap this is. I mean, the old way, you're flipping through manuals, you're guessing, it's slow, and a mistake can cost you big time. But the WeedWise way, it's instant, it's accurate thanks to AI. It's fast, and it helps you make smart decisions right then and there, standing in the middle of a field.
So it all sounds amazing, right? But how does this magic actually work? For a farmer who might be miles from anywhere. Well, from the user side, it's actually incredibly simple. It really just boils down to 3 easy steps. First, the farmer snaps a photo of some plant they're not sure about, or they can just upload one they already took. Then the app's AI brain gets to work, analyzing that picture against a huge database. And boom, within seconds, they get back a super detailed report. And the detail you get back is just wow. It's not just, hey, that's a dandelion. Nope. You get the common name, the scientific name, its classification, is it a broadleaf, is it a grass, and even where it likes to grow. A simple photo gets turned into truly actionable intelligence, just like that. But here's the thing. Just knowing the name of the weed is only the first step. That's just the start. Let's see how this info builds into a real strategic advantage. Because WeedWise is so much more than just an identification app.
So once it knows what the weed is, the app lays out a whole menu of options for how to deal with it. Yeah, it'll give you herbicide recommendations, but it also gives you details on things like manual removal, just pulling it out. Or even better, prevention strategies and eco-friendly biological controls. That means using nature's own enemies to fight the pest. It really empowers the farmer to pick the absolute best approach for their farm.
And this gives farmers this whole other layer of intelligence to protect their crops. The app can actually tell them which of their crops are most vulnerable to that specific weed. It analyzes growth patterns, details any toxicity levels and safety stuff you need to know. It even gives you the best timing based on the season. And this is so critical. It saves all your scans so you can use it even when you're totally offline with no signal. Okay, so this is obviously incredible for an individual farmer, but the real whoa moment comes when you zoom out and see how this scales up from just one field to a truly global impact. Take a look at this number, 100 plus. It's huge, right? But what is it? Well, this right here is the key to WeedWise's global reach. This is the number of languages the app can speak.
And this is a total game changer. It means a farmer in rural Bangladesh gets results in Bengali. A coffee grower in Colombia can use it in Spanish. A farmer in Kenya gets advice in Swahili. It completely democratizes expert farming knowledge, just tearing down those language barriers.
And when you give that kind of knowledge to everyone, the
The impact is huge, and it really comes down to these three things. First, you get higher productivity, right? Less crop loss. Second, you get major economic savings because farmers aren't wasting resources. And third, it pushes for better environmental sustainability by suggesting alternatives to harsh chemicals and making sure they're used precisely.
Now, what we've seen is already a massive leap forward, but this whole platform is built to grow. So what's next? What does the future hold for this kind of AI in agriculture?
Well, the potential is just enormous. You could expand the same AI platform to identify plant diseases or insect pests. You could build in tools for soil analysis, or could monitor the overall health of a crop. And in the future, you could see it tying in with drones and GPS mapping for almost fully automated farm management. The sky's the limit.
And that really brings us to our final thought here. WeedWise proves that we can put a super powerful, specialized expert in the pocket of anyone on Earth to help solve a critical problem. So it really makes you think, what other huge global challenges are out there just waiting for their own pocket-sized AI solution?